I remember it being such a nice day. I was showing up to my new duty station, following orders like everyone else. And we were told, hey, we have some new work for you to do. It's a new detail. Well, I go where they tell me. You know, that's what happens when you have to go in the army the way I did. Well, at first we didn't think too much of it, but then, a bunch of us saw these guys walking around in lab coats. Made a few of us nervous, but, what can you do? They said, look, either you follow our orders or you're going to prison. So, I didn't know at the time that wasn't the way it truly was. It was a scare tactic, but regardless, I saw a few guys go into the building they were going into, and oddly enough, just as I went into my building, one of them came out and he walked fine, then just passed out. It's kind of weird to see. But where I went, only a couple of us went in. It's just some ramshackle building, and they brought us down to the basement. Boy, I got nervous when I saw that fucking chair. It was kind of like one of those dentist chairs they put us in, but had some sort of equipment around the headrest. And there was equipment all around the room. It was just odd to look at. Of course, the machine hum of all the electronics were going on. We could hear it in the background. This thing must have used a lot of juice. I mean, I worked with electronics all the time. I was a radio operator. They told me to sit down in the chair, and I didn't worry until they started strapping me in. They didn't even tell me. Two guys just walked up, one on each side, and strapped my arms down. What the hell you doing? They never answered. I started moving around. The doc said, calm down, calm down. This isn't going to hurt you. Well, then why are you strapping me in? Well, this is so you don't move. You could have just told me to hold still. Just follow orders, soldier. Follow orders? What are you doing? And they started strapping my legs. Seriously, what is going on? That's when somebody grabbed my head and strapped it to the headrest. Now I was worried. And no matter what I said, no matter what I asked, nobody said anything to me. They just talked to each other. They started saying about how the machine was ready to operate. Everything was good to go. I was scared. My heart was going through my chest. Oh, what are they going to do? What are they going to do? And then the machine was put into place. It wrapped around my head, all the way around. I couldn't see. I could barely breathe, honestly, as that thing was almost all the way across my mouth and my nose. Then I heard it turn on higher and higher. And then I heard the doctor say, all right, everybody clear out. That's when I knew I was in trouble. The only other time I've heard a doc say that is when they were giving me x-rays when they thought I busted myself open. When I heard the door clang shut, that's when the machine got louder and louder. And then I started to see it. It was almost like a dream. But it wasn't a dream. Where the hell was I? I mean, why do I feel so young? Why am I so short? Why is everyone so tall? Did these guys shrink me? No. Where the hell am I? Looking around, why is everything so old? What the hell is ramshackle building? What the hell? What's going on? And then some woman called me, but it wasn't my name. And yet I still responded. Coming, mother, I said, without even thinking. Confused, my body moved on its own. I went to this woman who had prepared a meager breakfast for me, and there sat several other children, along with a man I assumed was my father. and I could feel myself eating this oddly flavorful, sparse meal. What's going on? I don't know. Why did I respond to a name that's not even mine? What the hell is going on here? Why can't I move? Why can I feel this food going into my mouth? Why am I felt the hunger before that. What the hell is going on? And then this dream seemed to speed up faster and faster. Not only did I finish my meal, but I ran through the next day. I'm working with my father, but that wasn't my father. Why do I call him that? What's going on? And days started to slip by faster and faster. That first day was gone in less than an hour, and next into weeks, which passed in minutes, and then years. It seemed to pass in like 10 to 15 seconds. What's going on? I'm living an entire life. What's going on? And then there I am. I'm on the front lines. What am I doing? What am I doing in this? What's going on? It's the First World War. Why am I holding this bolt action piece of garbage? What's going on? And yet I remember. It's like I'm living this dream. I feel everything. The breezes, the water in my shoes, the horrible chow they give us, the officers who come up with this arrogance that you just want to butt stroke them in the face, but you'll know you'll be shot. And everyone's getting ready to go over the top. Oh God, oh God. And then I hear the whistle, and we're over. We're running. We're screaming. We're trying to get through the barbed wire. This fucking tanglefoot. I see one guy go down. He's trying to get it out. Dummy went too close. And we're running across. The creeping barrage is leading the way. We're jumping into the trenches that are torn to hell. We're bayoneting everybody. We're screaming. We're stabbing. I hear pistols going off. Somebody with the trench gun is just blasting its way through, clearing their way. We have to keep going. They say, next trench line, go, 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 over the top, go, go. We run in, and we're actually in the wood line. We're running through. And then something bursts in front of me. It's a blast of light, and I feel the bullet go through my chest. It's almost like slow motion. The blood spurts out to the left side, right next to my lungs, close to my shoulder. I fall back. Then I wake up again. This time I'm young. Why am I so young? What the hell am I doing in the, what is this, the frontier? No, this isn't the frontier, but it sure looks that way. What the hell? What's going on? I'm a farmer. My family's farmers. I see this happening. Again, it seems like fast forward, but I'm living every moment. I don't know what's going on. What is going on? How come I'm raising cattle and sheep on this farm for my entire life? My formative years start going by. I don't learn anything except how to do this. I'm told I need to marry this woman. She's a nice woman and all, but what's going on? I raise my children, my 7 children. I lose my wife, and we keep going. It's late in life, and here I am. It's another fucking war. What the hell's going on? What am I, like 50, 60 years old? What the hell would I be doing fighting in a war? Looking at the uniforms. Oh, fuck. It's the American Civil War. I'm not fighting in it. I'm bringing up supplies. but I don't last too long. I remember hearing it's the Palmito Ranch. My wagon is shot at. I watched 3 men die right in front of me, and just as I slapped the horse's reins and yelled, "Yeah!" things stop. There's a sudden burst of light. And then, again, I'm young. What the hell is going on? Someone tell me what's going on. Why? Why am I suddenly living another life again? It's like a frontier town, but where the hell am I? It's an ocean village? What? I spend my young years learning how to maintain docks. My father works at the docks, and so of course there I go. And what's going on? Why do I see British redcoats around? What is? I'm just a child, and these redcoats are coming through, marching through. We hear how horrible things are in other towns. I see their ships coming, and I'm told that there is some sort of fight for our nation. The young mind I'm in right now can't understand what that means, but I'm given a musket, a smoothbore musket. What the hell am I holding? I mean, this young body can barely even lift this damn thing. What the hell do they expect me to do? Well, we hear that the redcoats are going to be walking down this road. We join up with a lot of others, and we're on the side of the road. They said, get behind a tree. Only fire when you're told. This young body I'm in, this young mind, doesn't fully understand. I can't even be 9 years old. What the hell is going on? And they tell me to get ready. I reach up, and as hard as I can, I pull the hammer back on my flintlock. And I see the redcoats crossing in front of me. I hear the first shot. I didn't hear anyone yell fire, but I pulled the trigger. I don't even know if I hit anything, but I hear the men screaming and yelling, all the sounds. I gotta get out of here. I gotta get out of here. I get up and run, and I hear, make ready, fire! And everything goes dark again. This time, again, I'm young, but I'm starting to figure out what's going on. But this time, I'm not exactly speaking English. It's the French. I'm with the French. I'm watching all this happen. I can't do anything. I can't change the past. What is going on? And I figure I know what's going on. It's the 100 Years' War. This body I'm in, this young body is growing up during that time. Oh Lord. Oh God, watch over me, please. I can't deal with another lifetime of this shit. The young body I'm in, this young mind that grows up in the middle of this 100 Years' War, he knows nothing but conflict. He does horrible, horrible things. It's disturbing what he does. I barely keep it together. It's not just the fighting. It's all the whoring. It's all the hurting of innocent people. The burning of their crops just to watch them die. Just because we can't take it with us. It's terrible. It's even worse watching this army try to charge at us. We know they've been going for 2 weeks. They need rest, but they still try to charge at us. I'm helping out the cannon, and we're just watching them get decimated. Why? And I see their king run off like a coward, leaving the rest of them to fight. I survived the 100 Years' War of all things, but my current mind is looking at this. At this, is this still a dream? How can I be imagining all this stuff that's so real? The blood, the feel of my musket firing, the feel of my hands around someone's neck at times. Other times I'm just trying to scrape enough food together to survive. What the? And other times treating people very, very poorly. I do survive. I go to what was left of my home. I fall asleep one night, and there's another burst, and I'm young again, but it's barely above a Stone Age existence I'm living. We're using extremely rudimentary tools, extremely rudimentary techniques to farm this land. I know better techniques, but I can't do anything. I can't change what I'm seeing. I can't do anything but experience this life. Wait a moment. How can I experience a life I've never lived? How is this possible? What's going on? Hey, it's not a bad life this time. I end up having a wife and children. I raise my crops. I live a good one. I don't know what, but I just don't live very long. Disease is terrible. And as I'm laying there, there's another burst. And why am I young again? This is getting old. Oh, this has to stop. I can't take this anymore. Where am I? I'm young. Why am I wearing a friar's uniform? What the hell? This thing is stuffy. I'm curating books. Why am I just curating books here as such a young child? And now I hear them talking about all the things that are going on in the Holy Lands, that we must go to the Holy Lands to protect them, to take them. Why? And now is my formative years. Why am I being trained to fight? Wasn't I in a friar's outfit? It's hard to remember. It's hard to think how this evolution changed. I can't seem to keep everything together. It's not falling together right. I see myself training again. We're training how these trebuchets operate, these catapults, spears, the sword, the shield, all this. It's very, very rudimentary compared to what I know, but it does work. Why are we outside these walls? These walls, there's the king. Why do I salute him? I mean, I'm American. We've kicked kings out a long time ago. Why would I give a shit? But what is going on? I fight against. I fight against the Muslims. Is Jerusalem Crusades. And I fall in the Crusades. That's the moment the machine cut off and I wake up screaming. They're trying to take the machine off my head as I can hear the sounds of the electronics slow down. I'm just screaming and I can't stop screaming. I can feel my vocal cords begin to rupture. I'm screaming so much. The doctor is yelling at me, "What did you see? What did you see? What did you experience?" And I can't stop screaming. They won't let me go, but I'm starting to rip the restraints. The metal and the leather is starting to give. The connection between the two is starting to break. They're trying to hold me down, but it's like I'm on PCP. I can't be stopped. I'm just thrashing. I can't believe what I had just experienced. I can't believe what I had just seen. What had I just seen? I can't believe I had seen any of that. What is going on? And I start yelling and screaming as I'm spitting blood. I'm screaming so much. I can feel the straps digging into my arms, digging into my legs as they're trying to give me a shot of I have no idea what. And they're trying to calm me down. And finally, they hold me down enough where they can shove this needle into me. And I don't know how many cc's of God knows what concoction goes into my bloodstream. And it barely even slows me down. I can hear the security officer say, "Hit him again, Doc. Hit him again, Doc." And the doctor's screaming, "No, if we do, we'll kill him." So, "Doctor, he's going to get loose. I can't hold him." And the doctor finally grabs some more and gives me a half a dose, jabs it clean into my leg, and I start to feel it start to kick in. And I'm fading. I'm fading out. And finally, I'm asleep. And I wake up in another room. It's a bare bones room. I'm still strapped down. And I'm looking around. What the hell's going on? There's someone in the corner who immediately gets up and runs out. I try to talk, but my throat is killing me. He leaves, and not 2 minutes later, the doctor comes in, all happy and cheerful, trying to be nice. For every word coming out of my mouth, I tell him to go fuck himself, in one way or another. And he said, "You will finish what we started. You will tell me what you've seen. We want to know if the experiment is a success." Again, I keep cursing at him. Eventually, the doc gets mad and calls in his security. Beats me around a little bit, but I'm too mad. I'm just freaking out. But I make a mistake too. In the middle of that, I start screaming in other languages. In French, in German, Old German. I start screaming at them in, I didn't even know it was a dialect of Swedish. I start kicking out different types of accents from around America. I didn't even know I was doing it. And the doctor starts taking notes. And finally, he looks at the security and says, "Well, I guess the experiment was a success. We don't need him anymore." The security lets me go. He draws a pistol. And the last thing I see is the flash of the muzzle. That was 1972. Oh. No, that wasn't recent. That was a long time ago. That was a previous life. I finally figured out what was going on. That machine had allowed me to see all the times I had lived and achieve all the different types of experiences. You may think it's a wonderful thing, but The last thing I need is the same assholes who did this to me to figure out that it worked so well. I don't know what they would do. Strap me to another chair. Put a bullet through my eye again. All I know is if I ever find that guy, I'm giving him the hard goodbye. And I don't think he'll remember it. But then again, I do. I remember everything clearer. I remember all of them crystal clear. The clarity of every single one of those memories is still here. Everyone I called mother, father, my siblings. Oh, it hurts that I won't see them again. Is this what it means to be immortal? I don't know. I just try to survive this life. But what do I do? What can I do?